Well, hello.
Hello.
We're like, how are we starting this? I gotta say, yesterday we had the Bakers, distant cousin Bakers on, and I had
We
such
did.
a great time with my childhood friends. But I'll tell you, when you stay up for 3 nights in a row, when you're, I'll just say, my age, it starts to wear on you. So I'm coming in a little bit tired today. That's all that to say. I'm a little bit tired today. Um,
Yeah.
so
I I did not stay up and, in my 40s and stay up late,
easy,
but
easy.
tired all the time.
The reveal. And it's hump day. So let's get started. We'll get over this hump, and then we'll go crush the rest of this day into this week.
Yes.
And you've read a bunch lately,
Today's
so you want me to read today?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. The hustle loop. When we fall behind, it's tempting to hustle to catch up. When the competition heats up, it's imperative we hustle to get ahead. Hustle is a particular kind of shortcut. Hustle is pushing the boundaries of cultural expectation. I'll try that again. Hustle is pushing the boundaries of cultural expectation, creating pressure and discomfort to make a sale. Hustle pushes us to cut corners, cut the line, and cut down trust. And it quickly becomes the new normal. Hustling is a race to the bottom, and our competitors lean and hustle in response. Which means that we're now under pressure to hustle more than we think is appropriate, driven by the same forces that led us to hustle in the first place. The alternative is to lean into better, to find the space and the guts to do breakthrough work, work that others are afraid to do. Instead of causing discomfort and cutting, we're building something worth following and talking about. Of course, it's not easy. That's why it works. Um, and he's also, we always want to make sure to pass through the recommendations that he says. So he says, P.S. A breath of fresh air, Dr. Natalie Nixon's new book, and he includes a link to that. Um,
Which looks great, by the way. I looked at it this
nice.
morning. The She was a professor for like a decade before she started her own consulting company. It's all around
Ooh,
like design
yeah.
thinking, but more like for organizations, like not product design
Okay,
thinking, but like people design. So anyway, it looked good. I was like, oh, maybe we should read that. So she's all about like creativity.
nice.
So yeah, this one's a good one. Man, I've been in hustle culture for my whole career.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, and it's hard to not take that into building my own business. So I'm in a week where I'm like, oh, this week is not a hustle week, and it feels weird. And I've it's been ingrained in me that like if I'm not hustling, then I'm not successful, or I'm not gonna have clients come in,
mm-hmm.
or and so really trying to embrace the mindset of what if I don't
Nice.
and see what happens. So it's not easy,
Yeah,
but that's the space. This was definitely timely
there
for
you
me, is
go.
what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I appreciate. I know Seth has talked a lot over the years throughout his career about the race to the bottom, and he mentions that here. Hustling is a race to the bottom, um, and our competitors lean and hustle in response. So it just becomes who's the cheapest, who's the quickest, and not what's the best. And so I love that he's like the
Mhm.
alternative is to lean into better, um, uh, to find the space, which tricky, and the guts, tricky, to do breakthrough work. Um, yeah, and, I think it's hard if you've been in this space and mindset for a little while, to not think of, I don't know. At least my brain does. My brain goes to Gary Vaynerchuk. He's kind of was at least for a time he was the king of hustle. His brand has changed a bit. Like he's kind of, I think he finally sort of addressed like, look, I'm not saying to never spend time with your family. He claims to be like a decent family guy. It's like you only see the quote unquote hustle, but it encouraged, I don't know, maybe it's too lofty, but I would say like a generation of people to just push, like, uh, yeah, leave no margin. Always be attacking, and I do think that along with that, the competitive landscape pushed people to do the race to the bottom, the cut corners, the snake oil to an extent, because it's okay. Like classic, flashbacks to Little League baseball. Like, all right, hustle, hustle, hustle. Like, come on, let's keep that energy and let's move. Like, that's not in itself bad. But the word hustle is, I think, also synonymous with, I think, pool hall, like someone who's hustling and like pretending, like basically creating a veneer that is untrue in order to get ahead and take advantage of someone. And so you kind of have that, like, sometimes you got to be like, okay, look, we got to push and let's go, go, go. Okay. But that needs to probably be a box. Like, it probably needs to be for a time or for a project. There needs to be an end. Because if not, you're just gonna burn out, and you're gonna be tired, and it's not gonna be good. You're gonna take shortcuts. You're gonna take advantage of things, yourself and others. Well, I'm tired, but I'm just preaching. So let me stop there and see what of all that, or go back to the blog and pull out more.
Well, I think what I struggle with though is it possible to be successful, and I mean like financially or hitting goals wise, and not hustle? That's the big question. The people who I find, like, it's irritating to me when I find people who like read or who like write books or do talks or keynotes on like margin and balance and all of these things, yet they're like billionaires who like
Yeah, must be easy.
spent a decade
Must be nice.
doing that and now have the money and margin to be able to outsource a lot of things.
Yeah.
And so that's the, like, I still don't know that I've found someone. I did have one client who I learned a lot from him, and when he started his business, he set very clear boundaries on, like, I don't want to work on Fridays. I'm only going to work between these hours. I will only take on clients if I feel like I can serve them with excellence. And to his credit, he was able to meet his goals. And the other thing was, his goals were not like insanely unreasonable. Like, it was like steady, sustainable, slow growth.
Yeah.
But growth, And so I think that's when you're in scarcity mindset, it's like, I have to, and I'm speaking for myself, it's like I have to push so hard because I'm afraid that if I don't now, that those opportunities won't come later. Whereas I think people who are healthy and have more of an abundance mindset, it's like the opportunities will be there. And so just being healthy and present in the meantime. But yeah, there was this article, I don't remember what the company was or what her name was, but it came up on like one of my feeds, and it was like, she's like a billionaire. She just surpassed, that's what it is. I think she just surpassed Taylor Swift as the youngest self-made billionaire or something like that.
Okay.
And she's in tech, and her like philosophy is like, if you want to be that, it's impossible to work less than 90 hours a week. She only sleeps like 3 to 4 hours a night. Like, that's her whole thing, which I'm like, yeah, you're probably in your 20s. So yeah. Keep going. And then let me know, call me when you're 35. But anyway, yeah, it was just interesting of like the backlash. She's been getting a lot of backlash, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if I disagree, honestly. I'm not saying it's good. Like, I'm not saying she's doing the right thing, but would she be where she is? Like, that's the catch-22.
Right.
Would she be where she is if she wasn't doing that? I don't know.
Yeah, and I've
probably not.
We have no idea who this person is. So, but yeah, congratulations. Set yourself up well to not lose all of the security that you've built with financial security, but then like set yourself up to go live an awesome life with family and whatever your goals are. I mean, to like set up that life based on the success that you are killing yourself over. So hopefully she finds health and balance. I don't know, balance, whatever that means. But hopefully she finds health and the better way, so that yeah, because it's unmanageable, that pace, that that level of go. Um,
Yeah, here it's Lucy Guo, Guo.
Interesting.
She's the youngest female self-made billionaire.
Wow, what's the industry? Like, I've
Um,
never even heard of her.
due to her stake in Scale AI.
Oh, so she's like leading an AI company.
Yeah, I guess she started as a social media influencer and engineer. She co-founded Scale
Were they
AI,
acquired by one of the
and
big
then
dogs?
I don't
Scale. I
know.
feel like maybe even Chat GPT, like OpenAI, snagged them or invested in them. That sounds familiar. Scale AI, Meta,
Um,
or
oh, she interned at Facebook before joining Snapchat as the company's first female designer. At Snapchat, she helped develop Snap Maps. She then moved to Quora, where she met Alexander Wang. They co-founded Scale AI in 2016. She was fired 2 years later in 2018, but she has a 5% stake she held in the company, which led her to become the youngest self-made female
oh,
billionaire in May, replacing Taylor Swift. In 2018, she launched an app called Apply to Date, allowing users to create a dating resume. In 2019, she launched Backend Capital, originally called Backend Ventures. In 2022, she founded Passes, a social platform that allows creators to post content for paid subscribers. It raised a $40 million Series A in 2024.
now we're just doing a full profile.
Yeah. Um, Anyway, so that's interesting that
She's
but there was like some article where it was about like the life, how she's set kind of claims that like she can't, she dropped out of Carnegie Mellon, like so many and she's 30. Okay, so she is 30 as of October, or wait, yeah, so she'll be 31 next month. So anyway, it's fascinating. I'm just fascinated by like that's kind of I don't know, my thing. I'm like, um, yeah. Can you be a billionaire and not hustle?
yeah. Well, I
Um,
think what you're seeing there is a
wait,
portfolio of obviously a smart, super smart, and serial founder. So has built some really awesome things. But also was wise to take a stake in a growing company that allowed that to just. So I think she's got a lot going for her, but I think to go with the blog here is that it is not a guarantee that if you go and hustle, quote unquote, hustle for 90 hours, that you're going to become. So like I would almost argue that she's a super intelligent and has made some wise decisions that got her there. I would not say that it sounds like hustle is what got her there. I'm sure she works hard, probably works super hard, super smart, made some awesome choices. But I think one
yeah,
last thing I want to pull
it's
out of this blog, and then you can get the final word, is that we're building something worth following and talking about. Anytime Seth talks about being remarkable, um, I love how it's been a while, I think, but I love how he talks about being remarkable and not just like, oh, that's remarkable, like that's really cool, that's awesome, but no, to literally be building something worth talking about, worth making a remark about. So lean into better. The alternative is to lean into better, to do that hard work, the guts, and find the space in the guts. Um, so instead of racing to the bottom, we're building something remarkable, something worth following and talking about. That's what I'm really interested in. Like I really want to go find those things because I love finding those things. Like I love being the consumer or the citizen of the web that stumbles across the like, oh, now this is interesting. This is I can't wait to tell people about this. And as that excitement in me as the receiver of that experience, it gets me excited to think about being the one that or a part of a team or the organization that makes that provides that experience to the user instead of like, oh, this is another of those, and oh, this is the
yeah,
same thing but cheaper. Like Yeah,
Mhm.
okay. But it's not
Yeah.
remarkable unless you're like in severe budget cuts. But to find the thing that's like
Yeah.
this is more expensive, but this like I love when uh like finding a tool that I can't help but tell people, hey, I know this is a big claim, but like granola AI, like that company, that product, it it changed my life. Like, can you imagine
Hmm.
being on a team where someone finds your
That's
product
so
and
cool.
says, "Your this product changed my life." Um,
Yeah. So
wow, I can't. I just wow, yeah. Okay,
my hot take is you have those products inside of you, brother.
well,
So there you go.
thanks for that. Yeah,
All right, Seth said what
that's
nation? Go
right.
to Seth said
So, so what?
welcome. Dale Dorman, another
Man,
commenter. Again, thank you. He's winning. We need to like send him swag that we don't have, you know?
yeah,
Oh, I think I wrote on my windowsill here. But a little crazy with my pen. But yeah, thank you, Dale, and all of our listeners. We love hearing from you. Let us know. Maybe there's a product that has literally changed your life. Let us know in the comments. Love to hear that. Something remarkable.
yeah.
All right. Have a good
See
day.
ya. Bye, Holly.